Hey, thanks for tuning in to Football Predictions and Food and Wine Pairings. Tonight is the week of Christmas, so if you celebrate Christmas, then I'm sure you're very excited. Or if you're like me, you're panically trying to get the last gifts that you need. Now, tonight's game should be a really good one. It is going to be the Indianapolis Colts hosting the San Francisco 49ers. The Colts are 8-6. I couldn't remember what it was, so I had to look down. And the 49ers are 11-3. The 49ers are 5.5 point favorite, and I'm going with the favorite tonight. I think that they'll be able to win. Mainly because the Colts, while they had originally come out this season gangbusters, they are kind of falling apart, and now they have Old Man River, literally Old Man Rivers, at their quarterback. Phillip Rivers, who's 44 years old, will be starting his second game after 5 years of being out of the league. He didn't look terrible last week in the loss against Seattle, but he's still 44 years old and had not been playing in the league for 5 years. So 44, I know is not that old, but in professional sports, that's a million. Okay, so go ahead and take the 49ers. The 49ers, even though they are dead last in the league with defensive sacks, and their defense has been not as great since the loss of Fred Warner earlier this season. I want to say this is like around week 6 or 7. They still are a better choice, I think, than the Colts because they're really unpredictable, even though Jonathan Taylor has just been rushing up a storm. And early on, people thought maybe he was going to be an MVP candidate. He has 16 touchdowns and is averaging like 15 yards per carry. It's not going to happen. This league, the next time they give the MVP to somebody that's not a quarterback, it would be like a surprise to me. So tonight, to go with the game, I'm going to be having a bottle of wine that I received as a gift. I'm really fortunate in that a lot of times I receive bottles of wine as a gift. And I think mainly it's because people know I will actually drink it instead of just taking it and putting it on the shelf. Like, I'm going to drink it. So tonight's wine is Iron Horse Classic Vintage Brut 2021. This is from Sonoma Valley here in California. It is a blend of, let me check on my sheet, 67% Pinot Noir and 33% Chardonnay. Okay? And a lot of times when you're getting sparkling wines from California, they're usually very Chardonnay heavy. So that was the nice surprise about this, with it being Pinot Noir heavy. So in the glass, and I hope you can see it, let me wipe that because it's a little frosty. You'll see this beautiful, very pale color, and then just a lovely mousse coming up here. People generally don't think to smell sparkling wines, but sparkling wines are still wines and they do have scents. So on the nose, although it is very light, we're getting a lot of lemon, a little bit of bread, so think brioche, as well as a little bit of butter. All right, on the tongue, it's a lot of citrus zest, especially lemon. There's like a little bit of ginger, and there is a tart green apple. Now, overall, I thought this wine was very enjoyable. I wasn't sure what to expect. I wasn't familiar with this winery at all. It's a small family-owned winery, and this was really nice. Now, the price point is about what you would expect to pay for good sparkling wine. It's $58. That's what I looked on their website. And I'm going to be pairing this with one of my favorite things to pair sparkling wine with, and that is popcorn. Because one, it'll go great with the game, but two, I just need it to help me get through wrapping all the gifts that I need to do because I've wrapped 0 gifts. It's great. I think you should go out and get it. Now, let's recap. Take the 49ers. Go ahead and treat yourself. It is the week of Christmas. It's the end of the year. You deserve it. Treat yourself to a bottle of Iron Horse Classic Brut 2021 from Sonoma Valley, California. Cheers.